Welcome to the channel, everyone. I'm Skratch. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. Probably a lot of you guys are asking yourselves, what is the best blessing to take on your Rathalos? Either you got fortunate, lucky enough to summon one from a soul stone, either you decided to go for the Blade Master Titan event and you managed to put your hand on a 1-star, 2-star, or 3 stars, or even 4-star blessing, and you're wondering, what is the best ultimate blessing for Rathalos? That's exactly what I'm going to show you in today's video. The number one blessing for Rathalos that will make the champion even more OP. Thank you to Dragonair for sponsoring today's video. If you guys have been living under a rock and you're not familiar with Dragonair Silent Gods, is an open world high fantasy RPG game that incorporates tabletop mechanics represented by Dungeons and Dragons such as dice roll, puzzles, dungeon battles, hero creation, etc. After the iconic D&D characters Drist and Earth to the Baller appeared in the game, guys, Dragonair Silent Gods is officially launching its second phase of the collaboration with Dungeons and Dragons, and we're going to have two powerful mages joining the Dragonair universe. We're going to have Elminster Aumar and his nemesis, some master, joining in Dragonair. Elminster will be available as a legendary hero that we're going to be able to collect. He comes with a legendary artifact as well. We're going to have a new storyline, a new campaign, guys. We're going to have daily challenges that will reward us with sage chess pieces, which are the fragments that we need in order to collect the hero. Now, the Echoes of the Sleepless event is promising richer events and rewards for the players, guys. We have, of course, the new boss, which will be Samister. We're going to have to challenge him every single day and collect tons of awesome rewards. Of course, this boss will be a tricky one because he will have two different faces, but the boss itself looks amazing. I mean, look at that dragon and how awesome he looks just riding the dragon. Then we're going to have the planar summoning event, guys. From here, we can either summon the legendary hero, Elminster, or we can collect fragments to either get the hero or get the legendary artifact. Personally, I've been enjoying Dragonair quite a bit, guys. I actually have a second channel where I'm posting daily guides on Dragonair Silent Gods, so I'm going to link it for you in the pinned comment if you guys are interested. If you want to join me in Dragonair Silent Gods, now is the perfect moment, especially if you are a big fan of D&D. If you want to help and support the channel as well, guys, which, by the way, I really appreciate, you can download the game by using my link in the description down below or in the pinned comment, or by scanning the QR code you see on the screen. Thanks again to Dragonair for sponsoring today's video. So when we're talking about blessings for Rathalos, guys, I'll be straight to the point. The number one blessing for him is going to be Heathen Cast, okay? No Brimstone because it sucks on him. He has AoE attacks. That's going to be a complete mess. You're not going to get value out of it. Lightning Cage, yes, is a decent option. But again, I would prefer something even better, right? If we have that option on the table, why not take it? Talking about something else, Phantom Touch, Cruelty, not great on this hero, right? Phantom Touch, he has double AoE attack, right? It can be a double AoE attack. Is going to be a complete waste. Plus, at 4-star, is only a low chance of proccing, okay? Is what? 30% chance of proccing. Complete waste. Cruelty is great to drop the defense on enemies, but I'm going to leave a different champion to get that job done, a support hero or something, and I don't want to drop that with him because, hey, he already ignores 100% of the target's defense. Now, there is no question whatsoever. Crushing Rend is the most OP blessing for PvE content. The thing is, he already ignores 100% of the target's defense with the skill that he hits the hardest. And because of it, I want to increase that damage even more, not just get more damage from the basic skill or the A3. If we're timing when we're using the A2 on Rathalos, we're going to be spot on to maximize the damage, okay? That's why I don't think Crushing Rend is the best blessing for him. Brimstone, no. Brimstone is really not that great. Really not that great, unfortunately. And you're going to need to get accuracy if you want to make it work. If you don't have it at, what? 6-star? 6-star is when you don't need accuracy anymore. But with this skill, guys, if you're timing it right, you're going to be able to ignore 100% of the target's defense and deal insane damage. You already know the passive. More damage against targets that have HP burn. And every 5th use of a skill, we deal 200% more damage. With the A1, we have a chance to land defense down, and we buff with the A3. So this, again, will benefit us if we're using even cast. What I'm going to do right now, guys, the blessing will give me 750% attack. I have this ring on, which approximately gives me 650, 700 attack. We're going to do a couple of tries to see what damage we're getting without a blessing. Then we're going to go in and do another run to see what damage we're getting with the blessing. And then we're going to go over to Hydra. Now, there is the problem of the RNG in the hits. I cannot modify that. And unfortunately, it's going to be present in here as well. So that will mess up the numbers rather than adjust them, you know. And yeah, we're still going to be able to see pretty much what we want to see. So I'm going to bring in a lot of champions to buff. I'm going to bring in the right champions that I need. Actually, it doesn't really matter who we're bringing in, right? So let's bring Sifi. Let's bring Arbiter. I do want to bring an HP burn, so we're going to bring in Venus. Not that one. We're going to bring on this one. Actually, no, I'm going to put yeah, that's fine. Venus. And we're going to bring in a defense down champion and a weaken. So let's bring in, for example, I don't know, somebody else that doesn't land the HP burn, just so we're spot on with that. Who do I have in here level? There we go. I actually forgot his name for a second. That's why I was like, who should we bring on? So we are gaining one buff. We're going to put HP burn. 4 buffs. Defense down and weaken. So right now we have 4 buffs, okay? If I'm going to go in with a A2, for example, on the same enemy that I'll be targeting next time. 283,000, which is pretty good, right? It's definitely not a bad damage. I want to use the AoE after. So there is a bit of an RNG when we're talking about damage. It's pretty hard to dodge that, unfortunately, though. So we have, the thing is, we have 5 buffs now. It's gonna be the exact same thing after. This will give us another one, actually. So 6. 316k, 254k. So we got some pretty good numbers from Rathalos in here. Defense down, weaken, HP burn, right? That was very, very helpful, actually. We're gonna do 2 runs of these guys. One with the blessing, one without, you know. So let's put another buff on him. Up. There we go. And we're gonna go A2. 136k. That was with 2 buffs, correct? 2 buffs, yeah. The numbers will change a bit afterwards, though. So now we have 5 buffs. Come on, Rathalos. HP burn on everybody. And we're going to go with A1. And I'm going to hit this target right here. 208k. Let it go on auto so we get at the boss. We're going to be able to see everything like that. Then I'm going to add a blessing. And I'm going to remove the attack ring. So we're kind of like even it out, you know. And we're going to see just the damage from the buffs. Now, a 3-star is a 1% extra damage per buff. On the A2, that will become super, super powerful. Especially in Hydra. 338k with 5 buffs, if I'm not mistaken. 281k. And they really need to make a counter for his passive. Like, honestly. It's crazy that we don't have one. It's crazy that we don't have one. 2.5 million damage. Okay, that's not necessarily going to make it more clear for us. But what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to remove this ring, guys. And that dropped a lot of attack. But we're going to add the blessing. And I don't want to see bigger numbers from the blessing just because I gain more attack, basically. You know, that's why I'm doing it. So it's 1% damage for each buff. At 5-star is 1.5. At 6-star is 2%. Once you're going to get to like 7, 8 buffs on Hydra, 9, 10 buffs, this damage will go through the roof, guys. Especially once you're going to get a 5, 6-star blessing on him. You know, it's going to be just crazy. But honestly, this is the #1 blessing you want to get on this champion. Let's see what sort of numbers we're getting from here. Now, it's going to be almost impossible to spot it. I'll be very honest with you guys. I need to do tons of runs for it to kind of like have effect. But I want to do this just for the science, you know. That's about it. Just for the science. And let's put our buffs. Let's make sure we're bringing the right debuffs too. Defense down, weaken, all the good stuff. And I'm going to go with the A2 first. 341k. That's already better than the previous one, which is good. Then let's just do this. And I had 6 buffs if I'm not mistaken. So 5 right now. Beautiful. And when we're using the A3 on him, that will actually give us another one. 327, 330, or 340, the middle one. I haven't really got to see the second digit in there, but maybe you guys had a chance to notice it. So that looks quite a bit better though. Okay. Of course, the more buffs, the better, guys. So we want to bring in even more buffs. This is not necessarily the most optimal setup for it, but we're going to do that in Hydra in just a second. So let's go A1. Full force. 114k decrease cooldown. I like that. I like that. Let's get that increased attack now because we need it. Let's get some more buffs on. Another A1 in there. And give me some more thermometer. Do we have the A3? And we do. So 6 buffs again. Let's see. 363k was the highest that I've seen. The middle enemy. That was pretty nice. That was pretty nice. Okay, let it go on auto, and we'll see what happens here. And the 5th hit activated right now. Activated right now for 1 million, and we had no HP burn on the boss. That's crazy. That's crazy because you know what? Enemy max HP does way less damage than this, man. So if you set it up right, but it's just pretty hard to set it up right and calculate it to have the 5th hit, 600k. Blade Master with 3.3 million damage. That was actually pretty solid. We've seen some nice hits in there. But you know what? Let's head over to the Hydra clan boss and give it a go in there and see what's happening. I actually need HP burn, guys, so we're gonna go in with a team like this. I'm gonna have plenty of buffs and everything that I need. Taras is in here just for the simple fact that I want to literally annihilate the heads ASAP. So we have the very first hit from the ally attack. We gotta keep a track on that as well, you know. Okay, HP burn. Let's do that. I have to use the A2 just to get a cooldown back on. So this will be the second hit. Okay, 387k hit, pretty nice. And I'm gonna buff more later. I think I'll be able to keep around 8 or 9 buffs, which is very, very good, you know. Very good, actually. We can keep the defense down for a bit longer. So we had 3 hits. I'm about to get to my 4th hit right now. So this will be my 4th hit. And I'm getting ready for the 5th one right now. My only problem is I won't have HP burn on the decapitated head. Okay. That's a bit unfortunate. Maybe I shouldn't place it that early on, you know. Maybe that was a bad idea to place it instantly. Maybe I should save it. Let's buff more a bit here. So we get revive on that like this too. So I have defense down and weaken at least on the other one. But no HP burn, so 50% less of the damage. But we have 2, 4, 6, 8 buffs. Okay. Okay. I don't know if it was a weak hit there or what happened, but... Or was not the fifth use of a skill, maybe? Maybe that's what happened. Is it this one? No way I miscalculated that. So we had ally attack, right? Maybe I did it and I haven't noticed. So I'm not going to ally attack just yet. Come on, Venus. Come on, Venus. I don't need defense down anyway. The weaken would be helpful, but... Because we ignore 100% of the target's defense anyway. Actually, if we would have that available. Yeah, so we miscalculated somehow. I don't know what I miscalculated there, but I was so sure that that would be the fifth usage of a skill. Because the ally attack counts too, you know? Okay, that's fine. We're gonna go in for a little longer in here. So this will be use number 1. Okay, I'm gonna literally lift my fingers up to make sure I'm getting it right. I don't think they changed the ally attacks to don't count as a skill usage, so. Come on, game. So, should we use this? Or should we wait? I think we should wait a little bit longer. This would be hit number 2. Hit number 2. Then we're gonna save that for after. I think we should be spot on with the burn 2 on the heads. Again, I don't care to have all of the heads decapitated, but by the looks of it, I'll have quite a few of them down, you know. So that was 2. Is coming the third hit in a second. Let's keep that defense down and weaken for a little longer. Let's try to take this head down. So this will be hit number 3. And we can buff now because we're going to have 2 more hits. And then is his big one, you know. So we can put all the buffs that we can potentially gain. We lost that decapitated head, but that's fine. I wanna kill a few different ones before, at least one of them, you know. If Venus has a what we need, decrease attack and stuff, we're gonna use it. So this is use number 4, and we have 3, 6, 7 buffs. So I gotta put the HP burn right now, actually, just to make sure I have that, and I'm gonna put the defense down with Lydia. And this will give me some more buffs. So I have exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 buffs. I don't want to use the ally attack because that will mess me up, because this is the 5th hit, guys. Now I have no HP burn on the decapitated head, so I'm going to attack this one right here. So we have 8 buffs, right? If I'm not mistaken. Let's see. 5 million damage. Jesus Christ. That was actually very, very nasty. Now, of course, was not AoE, but the damage is actually pretty solid, you know. I'm gonna let it go on aura and see a few more hits from him, guys. The problem with this hero, though, even though you're seeing this disgusting damage, is that it's so hard to set him up. You need to be so focused on what you're doing to keep track on when the fifth hit comes. Is just crazy, you know. Okay, 660k or 640k, 500k plus on the other hit, and we had HP burn on one. We didn't have it on the other. 1.1 million with that skill. Nice. So that was the A2 becoming AoE, which is very nice to ignore 100% of the target's defense, you know. Have weaken, have HP burn on the heads, but we didn't have the passive on with 200% more damage, you know. You really want to keep the heads 2.1 million, and that was with 5 buffs with his basic skill. That's nice, though. That's nice. He doesn't ignore 100% of the target's defense with that, you know? Because once you reach that cap of ignoring defense, the only thing that can really add you more damage, right, is by bringing something that increases the damage based on buffs. Either you're bringing in a full protection set, a 9-piece on a Cardial or on a champion that buffs a lot. Either you bring in Heavencast as a blessing, guys, and you're getting the result that you're getting, basically, you know? That's, in my opinion, the #1 blessing for Rathalos. No questions asked. If you guys have different opinions, please let me know in the comments down below. I'm very curious to hear your opinion as well and why you think that would be the case. But here we go. Cardial, 10.9 million damage. Lydia got 4.9. Rathalos, Blade Master, 20 million on the dot. Taras, 17. That will tell you something, right? That will tell you something. Venus, 3.7. Now, let me just quickly show you the build that I have on my Rathalos in case if you guys want to see what I have on him. I am using him like this, but with the ring actually. So let me just quickly add back his ring. This will give him 600 more attack and will make him deal even more damage. I do have him on a Merciless. I don't really want to change this set from him, honestly. Maybe in the future I will. But for the moment, I feel like he's working just perfect in this set. Of course, having the Blessing, gaining the extra attack is massive because I have a 7.5k attack on him. He's not even empowered, right? And he's only a 3-star Blessing at the moment. Once I'm going to get him to 4-star, I'm going to get the crit damage. That will make him even crazier. So definitely a pretty good thing, you know? So you've seen the total stats and masteries. I have War Master because I did not want it to have any RNG in the hits with the Helm Smasher, so we don't have more on the screen when we were doing the dragon runs. But Helm Smasher is definitely the better option for him. But guys, that was all for today's video. Hopefully you found it helpful and I made it easier for you to decide what blessing you're going to use on Rathalos. Thanks again to Dragonair for sponsoring today's video. If you guys want to get involved with Dragonair Silent Gods or you want to help and support the channel, guys, you can download the game by using my link in the description down below or in the pinned comment or by scanning the QR code you see on the screen, and you can join Dungeons and Dragons Legends in Dragonair today. Peace.